Hello everybody. The Supreme Court has unearthed the biggest scam independent India had ever seen, the electoral bonds scam. Supreme Court earlier, the Chief Justice of India has directed that the electoral bonds scheme is unconstitutional and directed the SBI to declare the names of all the persons who had donated and the political parties which has been the recipient of these bonds, and no guesses, the BJP is the biggest recipient. When the judgment was passed, of course, the BJP was extremely upset because it did not want the details to tumble out. They will be put in a very embarrassing situation because the lion's share of the bonds were cornered by the BJP, but the Supreme Court made it very clear that you will have to disclose. At the 11th hour, the SBI made an application, extension application, that it wanted time till June to disclose the names of these donors. The Supreme Court said nothing doing. The Chief Justice put it very succinctly, you are going to do it within 2 days. And the SBI, cornered by the Supreme Court, left with no other option, released the list, gave it to the Election Commission, and the Election Commission yesterday released those lists. Even then, there was a problem. The Supreme Court has wanted the number of the bond to be released along with these details. The SBI did not comply with that. The Chief Justice took exception to that. We expect honesty. When we ask you to do something, we expect honesty at this highest court. This was what the Chief Justice quipped. We all know who guides, who does what. See, this electoral bonds, the Supreme Court said the electoral bonds is totally unconstitutional on many aspects. Most importantly, that it brings in opacity. Every voter right to information is very fundamental to our democracy, to any democracy, and right to information has been read into several facets of our political functioning, political funding, disclosure of name, cases, disclosure of assets, disclosure of interests, disclosure of liabilities of the candidates, and of course it is only quite natural that the voter would like to know which company donates how much to a political party. Now it is this right is being curtailed by the opaque form of electoral bonds. That is why the Supreme Court said no, nothing doing, finish it off. There were several other challenges to the electoral bonds on other grounds too, that the way this electoral bonds was passed as a money bill reeks of malefice, because this electoral bonds act could not have been passed in the Rajya Sabha because the BJP did not have the requisite majority in the Rajya Sabha, so they rammed it in as a money bill. Money bill, we all know that does not require the ratification, it does not require that it need to be passed in Rajya Sabha. It is enough that it gets passed in Lok Sabha. Of course, the BJP has got a majority. This is one of the important challenges. Of course, the Supreme Court has not gone into this aspect, but on the other score, other aspects, the Supreme Court says the scheme is unconstitutional. It is a big victory. The people were little upset the way the BJP government is running roughshod over all the institutions, and Supreme Court stood firm and ensured that democracy, in a democracy, a strong judiciary is very vital. We hope that the Supreme Court continues what it does best, be the guardian angel of our constitution. Thank you.